Going into Landman Season 3, Cami's situation might be the most quietly devastating outcome of the Season 2 finale. While the explosion and chaos draw the immediate attention, the real damage is what she's left holding afterward, a company that still exists on paper, but is functionally dead, and worse, a company she never truly understood from the inside. Cami inherits something that looks like power, but lacks life. The structure is there. The name is there. The liabilities are definitely there. But the engine that made it run, relationships, informal leverage, unspoken deals, and Tommy's ability to read danger before it arrived, is gone. That's the cruel irony of her position. She isn't stepping into a thriving operation. She's stepping into the aftermath of one. The biggest problem is that Cami never operated the company the way it actually functioned. She understood it intellectually, contracts, optics, risk management, long-term planning. But Landman has made it clear that this business never ran on logic alone. It ran on instincts, pressure, and damage control. Tommy knew where the bodies were buried because he buried some of them himself. Cami inherits the map without the legend. What makes this worse is that the company didn't just collapse financially, it collapsed relationally. Trust is gone. Partners are exposed. Rivals smell blood. Regulators see opportunity. A dead company isn't one without money. It's one without confidence. And Cami walks into that vacuum without the informal authority Tommy commanded simply by showing up. Season 3 can turn this into one of the show's most compelling arcs. Cami isn't incompetent. She's misaligned with the reality she's now responsible for. She's trying to lead something that was never built to be led cleanly. Every decision she makes risks uncovering another compromise she didn't authorize but now owns. There's also an emotional weight to this that shouldn't be overlooked. Cami isn't just managing a broken company, she's managing Tommy's absence, whether literal or functional. Every failure will be compared to how he would have handled it. Every delay will feel like proof that she's out of her depth, even when the truth is that no one could easily replace what Tommy was doing. That's what makes her position tragic rather than empowering. She's left with responsibility without context, authority without loyalty, and consequences without authorship. She didn't make the deals that doomed the company, but she's the one standing when the bill comes due. Season 3 has a chance to explore something Landman hasn't fully tackled yet. What happens when someone who believes in order is forced to govern chaos after the chaos maker is gone? Cami's struggle won't be about becoming ruthless. It'll be about deciding whether this company is even worth saving in its current form. And that's the real question. Is this a company that can be revived? Or is it one that only functioned because Tommy was willing to be the villain so others didn't have to be? If the answer is the latter, then Cami isn't leading a recovery, she's overseeing an autopsy. By leaving Cami with a dead company she doesn't fully know, Landman Season 3 sets up a brutal but honest arc. Not about proving she's capable, but about forcing her to confront a truth Tommy lived with every day. Some systems don't fail because of bad leadership. They fail because they were never meant to survive without sacrifice. And now, Cami has to decide whether she's willing to become that sacrifice or walk away from the wreckage entirely.